Is the one really a thing? How many times have you heard someone say, when you know, when they're talking about their significant other? Dating can be tough out there, and according to the people on the internet, that's so true in today's swipe right for a good time world. Yet when someone falls in love, oftentimes they say they just know that, yeah, this is right. Are we missing a trick here? What's going on? Is it really about finding somebody, or is it about something more than that? Hi, I'm Matt Hayes, and this is episode number 6 of Meet a Stranger. It was a beautiful summer day in Chicago. The sun is shining, there's a nice cool lake breeze to help make it not feel like we're going to completely burn up under the hot summer sun, and that's when I met up with stranger number 6 for a little walk and coffee through Lincoln Park while she's stopping along the way on a cross-country road trip. She runs networking events for business professionals in Canada and just recently became engaged. After years of dating, she found a man she deeply fell in love with later in her life in her late 30s. And after all the false starts with other men over the years, with this guy, she just knew. So we talked about that. You just recently got engaged.
Yes, I did. It's very
Congratulations.
exciting. Thank you.
How long have you and your partner been dating for?
About a year and a half.
How did he propose?
He proposed in Mexico. We were on a surf trip, and he proposed on the beach at dinner, and it was beautiful and magical and sort of a little bit out of character for him, but not, because although we live a very rustic lifestyle and we're both very outdoorsy, I think he just wanted to do something that was so special and so different for both of us, and definitely very memorable. So I feel very lucky.
How did you know he was the one?
I love asking this question, so I'm so glad you're asking it. I knew probably on our second or third weekend together.
How so? What happened?
Super weird, but my dad passed almost 12 years ago. I felt like a connection with him since he passed and obviously before. But on our first or second weekend together, put on a record, and it happened to be The Grateful Dead. It happened to be one of my dad's favorite songs. And I sat there and I thought, this is a really weird little moment, a weird sign. And it made me think about it. And as I was there that weekend, I started to think, not only does this feel like a weird sign from my dad, but everything about this man feels just right and easy, and I wasn't questioning it. And so the feeling started then, but then it grew over about a year, where every time we were together, it just felt right. And I questioned other friends who would say, oh, well, you'll know when you know. And I was always like, oh, please, how could you know when you know? I'm almost 40 and I've been dating forever. But then I met him and I knew when I knew. I just felt it. I felt like there was no question, there was no doubt, there was no freaking out or asking friends. It was just, this is right.
So if you could tell 18-year-old you, who was starting out dating, maybe a bit anxious, going through college, trying to learn who you are and learn dating and all that, give your younger you in the dating world advice, what would it be?
Just breathe, have fun, enjoy your time, meet who you're going to meet, and let it happen for you. And don't stress that you haven't met him yet, because maybe you're supposed to go on all these crazy adventures and live all over the world and do the things that I ended up doing before you meet him. And then when you meet him, it'll be even better, because you'll have been waiting and enjoying your life for so long that it'll feel even more magical and special that you get to now share these things with him.
You know, that advice she gave 18-year-old self is really valid for anyone of any age, and really not just about dating. But you really could use it for everything in life. So often we're attached to the outcome and forcing things to just happen. But what if we did the opposite? Like she said, just breathe, have fun, enjoy our time. What if we just let it happen for us? And in the end, maybe the path to whatever it is we're hoping to find or accomplish is just as important as the end result. And maybe we need that journey to prepare, to learn lessons about ourselves, about others, so that when that moment happens, we're truly ready to be able to accept it and truly able to appreciate it. A huge thank you to stranger number 6 for the chat, and a huge thank you to you, dear listener, for taking a moment today to meet a stranger with me. Hopefully you feel compelled to turn and chat with someone when you're out and about today. And if you do, tell me about it. I want to hear all about it. You can find me on all those evil social media channels at Go Meet a Stranger. Until next time, I'm Matt Hayes. Onward. Is the